You guys, I just walked out of a movie. Shall we talk about it? Shannan E. Johnson here, CEO of The Professional Pen, where we develop screenwriters from idea to pitch. Need help in your screenplay? Go to www.theprofessionalpen.com. Okay, y'all, so you heard me right. I walked out of a movie. I was in there for about 35 to 40 minutes. And then I just couldn't be in there anymore. I was not experiencing this alone. The person I was with was also ready to go. And then I saw a group of people from the top of the theater descending the stairs. And I said, you know what? That's my cue. The thing about it is I can usually sit through, especially if I'm in a theater, I can usually sit through anything. I will often sit through things just so I can come have a conversation with you. This time I could not do it. When a director allows art to be more important than entertainment, it is a sign of ego. And that's coming from someone who cares about craft. That's all I'm ever talking to you guys about, right? Craft, craft, craft. And in this particular case, craft equals art. This is an art that we're doing, right? Howsoever, in the film and television industry, the end goal is to entertain. Even if on the other side of it, you have no financial gain. Even if on the other side of it, you have no fame. Even if on the other side of it, it never becomes a classic that people want to watch every holiday or insert whatever our biggest and wildest dreams are. The point is to be able to entertain or bring together large groups of people so they can have some sort of relatable experience. That is the point. So if you lean so far into the art that the audience feels like you're having a conversation with yourself and they are on the outside of the conversation, then you're not doing your part of the bargain. You're not holding up your end, okay? My end as an audience member is to pay my coin and come sit in this theater, okay? I'm seeking entertainment. Obviously, someone like me is also going to be critiquing it because I am in this industry, right? And there's only about 20% of me that can disconnect from being an artist myself, learning, growing, and understanding the decisions that are being made on the screen. Like, it's hard for me to disconnect from that. But the majority of people are not coming into it for that. They're not here for the art. They're here to be entertained. And so what went wrong for me was that the director made choices that kept us on the outside of the narrative. One is that for the entire first 40 minutes, we're in the point of view of the camera, literally. The camera is our protagonist. It's probably 15 minutes, maybe 20 in before we even see the face of our protagonist. Okay? So imagine me talking to the camera, you, and we never get to see you. We just get to see you seeing me, you seeing the ground, you seeing a piece of cake, you seeing a television screen, you seeing. So I already don't feel like a part of the story, even though I'm in your point of view. But I can't relate to you because I'm not taking you in also how you act, react, and others act and react to you. We're missing out on the human experience of it. I don't have a reason to invest in you. But outside of that, the entire first 40 minutes play like a series of shots with a random scene of dialogue every now and again. But the rest of it is just shot after shot after shot. And I'm not going to lie to you. Cool shot after cool shot after cool shot after cool shot. But by the time I get 7 minutes into the 15th cool shot, I'm done. I'm out. Like, When are you going to ground me in something? When am I going to understand the story that I'm following? Now, I'm smart enough that I was able to kind of piece together some things, right? To kind of figure out, okay, I guess I kind of see where we're going here. But for the first 40 minutes, I actually was a bit confused because it just didn't seem like the trailer I had watched. It just didn't seem like the trailer I had watched. So I was very disappointed. If I can be honest, I was disappointed because it was a story about Black boys and I wanted to be there to support and I wanted to relate to it and I wanted it to be beautiful. And I didn't really have any expectations outside of just being able to see a regular movie. Maybe it would be good, maybe it wouldn't. But in my opinion, the pushing of the art of it all is what took away from the film. I did a little research, and this film is based on a novel, which doesn't necessarily explain why it didn't translate on film. I thought as I was watching it that the writer was the director. You know, I felt like this was very writer director, which means I'm going to put on the page what I want to put on the page because I'm going to shoot what I want to shoot. That's how it feels when I'm watching it. However, with a little research, I see that it is an adaptation. And as we talked about before, adaptations are not always one-to-one. I haven't read the book, so I don't exactly know how it opens, how it shows us images, if it drops right into the story. I haven't the slightest idea. All I have is what I saw on screen. And I felt alienated from it. And because of that, I walked out. I had nothing to hold on to, nothing to invest in. And so I decided not to spend the rest of my night watching it. Happy writing! The professional pen.